Okay, so we continue with optimization. It's another day. Today it's Monday. It's 20th of January. So I'm gonna go in some of the accounts and see. So in this account, we're seeing a drop. Now, a little bit of context about this period. This period is a period that we're seeing lower results. But why? Because this previous Sunday, on the 19th, Meta was about to be banned. So a lot of people start coming to, not Meta, sorry, TikTok. TikTok was about to be banned in the EU. So a lot of people started advertising in Meta, and while January I would expect it to be a very good month in general because people slow down, they don't spend a lot in to the period right now because of also Chinese New Year slowing down and everything. January is always traditionally a good month, and still it's a medium good month, but not as good as I would expect it. And I think that the reason is the TikTok immigrants that they came from TikTok to start advertising in Meta. I do believe that when the situation is going to be fixed right now after TikTok is going to continue operating in USA, we'll go back to normal numbers. But for sure, it has started pretty well, except from the first weekend, but it slowed down. And now we're going to have to see how we're going to optimize these campaigns over here in order for us to, be efficient. Just a little bit of context, that's what I want to tell you. Here, in this campaign, very easy decision. There's not much to do and say over here. Only this one has 3 checkouts, which we need to see. But let's see, this one has to go. Let's check this one, the behavior that it has. So yesterday, it's actually the leading ad with 25. We're already spending a little bit. The leading ad is this one. We don't spend a lot of money. So maybe we need to liberate some budget to the others. This one is the leading ad, and it's actually, So we have 2 decisions over here, okay? Just to be honest with you. Either we take the leading ad, which has 3 sales, and we put all the budget to it, or we keep it as it is and we increase it to 150. We close this one to liberate budget, but maybe having 3 assets is not enough. Or we close this one and we leave this to operate with 50 because our average cost per purchase is on 35 and 66, which is something that it can survive. So what am I going to do is I'm going to close this one, while another solution in a better period that we were having much better results and it wasn't just a period that we wait for it to clear out. I would have increased this one maybe to 150 or 200 and see how this would do. Another one approach could be to take this one on a new campaign and see how it's going to perform. This is a completely new campaign over here. Let's see how we can optimize it. Also here, guys, we see the problem of having not a lot of ads inside an advanced pass. Now you can tell me, why did you put them for? Because the owner didn't give me more, okay? But on the other hand, as you can see in this campaign, for example, we do have room to move. Over here, we're having only 2 days of spend, just one ad here, which is taking budget. Let's see if we are expecting any sales to come on these ones based on checkouts. The second one is already gone. Over here, we're not going to bother more with it. And we want to see also what are we having today. Okay, so as you can see, we were expecting some sales today to this one. So it has already 2 checkouts, 1 purchase. Last 7 days, I want to remind you also that this is Monday, which means that on the weekend, which are slower for some of the accounts or not, you have to see what is the trend for your account. You're doing less changes. So over here, the only change that we're going to do is that we're taking this one and we are going to turn it off. This one has a sale, so we wanna, basically the way of thinking is this. Facebook is about consistent sales, okay? So here we do get just 1 sale over here. If it's not a random sale, still it's a sale, and we wanna push more budget to this one to get another sale, while also take care of our leading ad, which is getting a sale today anyway. So that's the way of thinking. This one is in the middle, has 0 checkouts. It's taking some budget that could go either to the leading ad or to this one. It doesn't matter. And that's the move that we're going to make over here. Our leading ad is starting to working, and this one needs to take more budget no matter what. So the in between, the second one, which is having no checkouts and stuff, has to go. let's continue to more ad accounts. So let's take a look at this ad account. Okay, so in this ad account, we can see from 1 to 7, the results is 3.5. From 7 to 14, we're having 3.85. And from 14 to 20, we're having this. So the trend on this ad account is that we're doing better, okay? And it's not like we are spending less money, I think. Yeah, here it's 12, so another day of spending here, it would be that, okay? Along with the fact that this is the start of the day, so it didn't spend a lot anyway. Yeah, so we're spending 1.5K per day over here, almost. If I see yesterday, yeah, 1.7, 1.5K. So if we do 14 to 21 and it maintains the 4 rows, it means that we are in the high, that we're in a good trend and that it's actually improving, which is what is happening over the last 7 days. It's on 4 rows. So here, it's another account which is telling you to scale. Now, we're not going to scale because the owners are not letting us and they don't have the stock or whatever that may be. But for example, here we have a campaign that this can easily go to 500. Why? All of the ads are very strong. This is one of the rare cases that you're going to see, okay? It doesn't mean that your campaigns are going to look like this, but for sure, you're going to be able to see that you're having 300 here, can easily go to 500. There are more ads over here that they can take spend, but even if the spend goes to this, it's going to be fine and they're going to be absorbed. So there are these campaigns that they're actually telling you that you can scale, but you cannot always do it because of stock or other issues. Okay, and since we're talking about scaling, let's see in this account, okay? We can see that all of our campaigns are within these numbers. We have a very big average number over here. The frequency over here is on 2, nothing crazy. The CPMs are very low and this one has crazy good CPMs. What does this mean? That this one, after 7 days of spending 100 per day, even without watching, but we're going to watch together, it goes without, it's also Learning Limited. I don't care so much about Learning Limited, but for sure, in this case, I would take it immediately to 200, okay? Because over here, we can see that both of these are very strong. These are not taking any budget, doesn't matter, but this is a strong ads and a strong campaign, which makes no sense for me to keep it on 9.9. It means that I'm losing money instead of trying to get more sales with the and having here 4.7, for example, while I could get more sales and maintain this number over here. So we'll see how it goes. But for sure, this campaign shows you that you want to scale. It has lower CPM. It has all the sign to tell you that you're going to be able to scale. So in this ad account, and again, we are working with average results, okay? So this campaign is something that we're not going to touch. This campaign, we're not going to touch because now these campaigns are part of our ecosystem. I know it is strange. I get it, but this is what is going to help you to keep balances on your other accounts without you doing stupid mistakes, touching so much all the time. The average results way of thinking is a way for you to be able to scale, because sometimes what you need is to actually just take the damage, on some campaigns, and don't feel like you're a Superman or Superwoman, that you're trying to solve everything immediately, and that you're so proactive that you can save everything on the other account. The situation over here is simple. These have finished optimization, okay? There's nothing else to optimize over here. This is just having one ad also. I will work only on things that I can optimize, okay? So in this one, I have optimized already. It's also what the owner is giving you, okay? If it gives you a lot of credits and stuff. This is a CBO, for example. Let's see what we can see here. Very easy campaign. We have already a dominant ad which has taken all of the budget. There's no point to discuss about the other ads. Just monitor them on a day-to-day basis to see if one of them is trying to become a leading ad and ruin our good campaign over here. So average results over here. The moment you start touching this or this or this, you're creating the domino effect of having, one campaign failing, then another one, and then you're not scaling basically, okay? That's all. And you're going to see more the concept of average results as we are analyzing together also bigger and bigger accounts. Just one simple note on this account over here. This is lead generation, but still I want to point something out. So we're having this campaign. We are optimizing for leads and stuff. The cost per lead and stuff, it's fine if we're here. This one is closed. This one is also closed with 97. Perfect. But here we started something new, which is a completely new funnel with new lead generation stuff. It's not like it's the same lead. It's another thing over here. We're optimizing for something else. We're having leads for another service. And apparently it's cheaper. So the owner came to me and said, okay, let's run a crazy method immediately. Let's put over here, we have a very small spend. Let's put 33 with 5 assets. No, the answer is no. Why? Because we're going to run it with one. We're going to see what kind of results we get. And now is the time that we know that we can run, for example, with a 34 or 5 assets, because now we know the cost per lead. If the cost per lead, for example, was 40, okay, and we were going to run something and we were going to have a cost per lead of 40 and we had 5 assets, that would be catastrophic, So first we run this, then we move it to the crazy method in order for us to know a little bit of the numbers and the budget that we need, along with the number of assets that we're going to use for the different individual cases. So we're in this account. This account is operating in the Middle East area. Basically, I'm having a 10% lookalike campaign with Saudi Arabia, because Saudi Arabia is a big country and I can do crazy method stack lookalikes. Then we have some other small accounts like Qatar, Kuwait and stuff that I'm doing crazy method broad targeting. This is another account that I'm having every year before Ramadan. The owner is giving me the other account to run out before the Ramadan, so I kinda know what is working here and I don't have to explore. I'm having 2 retargeting campaigns on top with a very small budget, and I'm testing a little bit. I lowered my budget from 100 to 50 on this one because this is on Kuwait and I'm not having good results, so I need to sort out and find out what is happening here. But let's optimize the ones that we have. Okay, so this is a crazy method with different countries. We have only 2 ads over here. Nothing else has gotten a sale. So what we're doing is that we are closing everything else and we are actually focusing to the ones that are actually getting a sale. It looks like this campaign is going to do well. Then let's go to this campaign. This is another CBO. And we can see that we are having sales to this, but we're not having sales to this one. So basically what is going to happen is that we're going to have these that they got a sale to actually continue. Nothing else to see here. Maybe we could have kept this one with 2 checkouts, but it doesn't matter. We're just focusing to the ones that they do have a sale. Now, we are seeing here that some of those, they got 1 sale. Okay, so we don't expect from all of these assets to actually work, but for sure we want to give them a chance. Another thing that you can do if you want to push more the situation is that you can check CPMs, cost per click. Over here, for example, you can check the cost per click and you can decide if it's expensive or not. For some reason, we don't have a cost per click here, so let me add it, cost per unique click. It's always appearing here and you have to take it, drag it here. Okay, so cost per unique click, for example, okay, you can see that they're kind of the same. This one's taking less spend, so we don't care about it. We don't care about CTR for the reasons that we mentioned. CPM 24, 31, 39, 37. I don't see anything crazy for me to decide. Yeah, that's something that I would like to keep more to see if it's going to get sales. Nothing for today. So we just toss the ball for later to see what's going to happen here. But for sure, this 1, 1, 1, I don't care. I would care if it had all of the sales in one, and I don't care for the fact that it has many sales scattered across, but I would just prefer to gather in one, because then it means that it's not just a random sale, it's just a consistent sale, and it's selling again and again and again. Okay, my targeting is working a little bit. Let's see what is happening over here on this campaign, which is problematic. Nothing left over here except from the campaigns that they have at checkout, and we're hoping to see something here soon. Anything today? Yeah. So today we're having some sales here after the optimization. So I think that this campaign is going to work pretty well. So basically, there's not really much optimization based on ROAS. We just kept whatever it was having a sale, and we're trying to see how this is going to serve us on these campaigns. Let's continue with the rest. Okay. Big ad account here. It's the ad account that we start shaping, if you remember. 1.8 still acceptable given the fact that we're scaling much more. So yesterday, for example, we did scale to 17K. I remind you that with just one campaign, this account could scale past the 7K. Now we're on 17K. We're doing multiple campaigns, cost caps, speed caps, and everything. What do we have here? Why do we have 1.83? We have our main campaigns, except from this one that did set, and we will have to check. And then we have new campaigns. Here we have Australia, New Zealand, we have Canada, we have UK, and now I started bid caps and cost caps in Canada and UK. In Canada only, but I will do a separate video about the cost caps here and how we now are going to find the different bids. So this is not something that we will optimize now, but we will optimize all the rest. So what do we see here? If we go on the last 7 days, we know that this campaign, it's on 1.8. We cannot touch it because it has ups and downs, and we're already having decided which assets we're going to keep here. The other ones we're testing on other campaigns. A cost cap, which is not spending a lot. Cost cap pickup, we'll discuss elsewhere in another video. So Advanced Plus, max value, we know that this one is our next big spender. It's doing pretty well with 2 ROAS plus. It's helping us a lot to even this number over here. We're having another 6K, so it's almost with these two campaigns. This is a campaign, by the way, that we optimized to be profitable, okay? If you remember, it wasn't doing well because we closed the leading ad over here, which wasn't doing well, so now it's doing well. This is something that I want to see here. It's not doing well as a ROAS. I want to see how it behaves. So it's 86. I want to see if it's taking any budget. 64. 94. Okay, so our leading ad is very strong over here. It's also started the day pretty well. Perfect. That's amazing. Okay, so this campaign is doing well. Let's continue to the next one. This is CBO, basically. On the last 7 days, it's losing a little bit, but I feel like it's optimized. So if we check it with this only and filter by selection, we can see that it has 1.98. Let's see what happened yesterday. 1.8 ROAS, acceptable. Almost 1.8. Let's see what's happening today. Today it's much slower, so we're going to see. But still, the CBO is not like you can do a lot. We have optimized already here. Remember, these are now campaigns that are part of the optimization, that they are part of the average results. Last 7 days, this campaign, Advanced Plus, I think that this campaign is something that we can check and optimize, or we need to abandon, okay? What do we need to see? 1.5 and we're getting 1.43. It's not like it's moving pretty well with the ones that we have. What are we going to do is that we're going to be super strict, okay? I want to check this one, how it behaves. So this one's spending 40 only, okay? And we have also this one, which did well yesterday. Let's continue searching about this. So it got a 5 with 51 spent. And this one it didn't. Let's continue. Okay, so these are the two assets that we're going to bet on, okay? So basically we're going to close this and this. And we're just going to see if the new ads, these two new ads are going to do better, okay? We're on 1.43 with only 500 spent, so we have the luxury of doing that. If it works, it works. Why am I still continuing with this? Because there are different creatives, okay? They're not like the other creatives that we had on the other campaigns. Let's see this one, which is Australia, and let's see how we're doing there. Now, in Australia, I went immediately with my best working creatives that I had from the other campaigns. I didn't do others. But maybe it's not going to work for this country, okay? So what are we going to do over here is this. First of all, because yesterday we went below 2, 1.8 is still acceptable, but still we want to limit a little bit our exposure to the risk of losing money, okay? What am I going to do is this. All of this, except from this one, I guess, we're going to turn them off because we want to shuffle the cards over here, okay? We want to see how the campaign will do. If we still keep using this one, with 1.44, with the budget that it gets, and this one, is anything going to change? No. We're still going to have the same results again and again. So what am I trying to do? I'm basically trying to see, can I close these two which are taking all of the budget, leave budget to the others, and maybe they're going to improve. we will see. If not, we will close the campaign, you know, but it's not like we have another solution over here. We go to Canada. Canada is doing pretty well, which means that we have to see how this campaign is actually optimizing. Our leading ad and our second leading ad are not so good. I'm not happy at all with what I see, but I want to see the behavior of this one, which is doing better on the last day. So it still stays here. This one also did well. Before that, so this one is consistently doing well, and this one, which is the leading ad, it's not doing so well. Oh, so it became the leading ad. So it wasn't the leading ad. So we can see that it was there. You see here it wasn't spending, but nothing was spending here. So on the 18th, it became the leading ad, spending 200. And yesterday it didn't spend, while we had another leading ad. So let's check also this one. So yesterday we had this leading ad and the others did well. And before that, we had this too. But this is not the one that was yesterday. Sorry, I'm thinking loud over here. So this one, yesterday was the leading ad, didn't do well. You shouldn't have taken budget over here. We cut this behavior. It took 536 with bad results. And today it's even worse. Okay. So let me see this one also. Last 7 days. This is the second one. Okay. And let's go and see how it was behaving. This is the 1.9. On the 18th, it had 1.25. On the 17th, it was a good day. So it was a leading ad which lost being leading ad. Okay. And then it actually here became second also. Okay. And today it's trying to become again leading ad. So these two are the troublemakers. These two are coming all the time and they're doing all of the results. So perfect. That's a very nice example, okay? Because we can see that they are becoming leading ads, they are changing position with each other, they are not having good draws, because if they had good draws, they would stay. And all of this is causing problems to the campaign of being stable, while it has good results because of all the other ads that they're actually taking good results. And these ones too are actually causing so many issues. Now, by the time that if we leave it for a long period of time, most likely Facebook is going to fix it on its own, you know, deciding. On the other hand, we don't want to lose time and fix it on our own. The worst case scenario is that we will have to relaunch the whole campaign and start optimizing it all over again if we see that we're going to do mistakes and it's not going to work. Let's go now on this UK campaign. For sure, the first thing that I'm going to do is that no matter what I see inside, I will make it to 500 because it's making me lose money. There is nothing to do here except from seeing just one ad which is working, but I do feel that we have a problem here for the whole country. Okay, so this one's getting, the first one's having for sales with 0.37. Yeah, it looks like we have a problem with the whole country over here. Do we optimize for value? We do. Because I'm seeing here, for example, that we have 74 and 0.5 and here 84 and 2.5. Yeah, I don't know if I want to bother with this one anymore. It's only 500. Let me see how it behaved in the previous days. Yeah, it looks like there's no hope to this one. Okay, only thing to do here, guys, is this. Okay, close everything. Insane cost per purchase and stuff. I'm going to close this one and this one. I'm going to leave this one because it has good cost per purchase. It just didn't get good AOV and I'm optimizing for AOV. And I guess we will take it from there. Yeah, because these ones are doing really bad. Let me refresh because I cannot see which are on or off. Okay, so the first three are closed. The first three are closed. Yeah, and the others didn't even take spend basically for the day. Cool. So all of these are looking okay right now. And basically it's like we resetted the whole campaign, okay? By just giving some chances to one that was doing better. Cost caps and bid caps is going to be on another Loom video. Let's continue with the rest. Now, in this one, I would like to show you this. So you're getting 2.48 in this advanced plus, okay? Most of the people will go and close this. There is no point for you to touch it as long as you're working with averages out here. You can even increase the budget here and actually accept the fact that you have so many ads over here that they can actually absorb budgets, okay? These are easy campaigns, of course, to optimize. But here, for example, don't close this, okay? There is no point. There's no point for you to close it. It's totally fine. You know, it's being absorbed. You have a leading ad with 4.98. In total, you will be on 5. There's no point for you to do this kind of things. In this one, if your leading ad was this, then you would start thinking about doing changes. Now, it just doesn't matter, okay? Of course, you are monitoring these things during the days, but you get my point. In this one, it's obvious you're not going to actually touch anything. But average results are important, not only on this level, on the campaign level, but they are actually very important also on the campaign level, and not only on the account level, like here, okay? You need to watch also the account level for sure. And if you have a problem, maybe remove one of the problematic ones or even lower the budget to those so that you can have more normal results, okay? But at the end of the day, you can increase the budget on this that they do well, decrease the budget on the others, and still maintain average result. Some people would say that I would like to close this one, where you're losing the budget also of this one, and the fact that it's doing other creatives and all of that, which is also important for the health of an ad account. Okay, let's see now in this ad account. In this ad account, we're in a strong position. We have 2.18. Everything's doing well. We don't care about this one. This one, as I said, this one, even, let's see, there's something here. It's only 100 spent. These are campaigns that are going to recover, or another campaign will do bad and stuff. Because, okay, let's say that you remove it now, okay? In 7 days from now, there's going to be another one. You will remove also this one, and so on. So you're not scaling. You're just, losing your position. But with my philosophy, this one is going to do well on the last 30 days, for example. On the last 30 days is actually bad, which means that I have to consider start closing it. But still, we will see. On this one, for example, last 7 days is on 1.75, okay? Which means that this one can do better or worse and so on, okay? Now, the 1.3 is my first candidate to actually close if I start seeing having bad results over here, which I don't. Okay, but let's go to the last campaigns and let's optimize them. So first of all, I would like to show you this one, remind you this one. Not this one, it wasn't this one, it was this one, I believe. Yes, so in this one, if you remember, we had this ad that it was dominant, that it was taking all of the budget. So what I did is that I took all of the others, because they never took budget and they never spent, to their own campaign by removing also the dominant ad, because if I was going to put the dominant ad, it was going to take again all of the spend. So now I'm having this campaign over here, which I'm trying to optimize, and it's having new creatives. Let's see what happened yesterday. So yesterday was the first day that it was profitable. Let's see what happened on Saturday. Nothing much, but it started improving. Here we're having this. Let's check today. So let's follow our dominant ad and see if we're actually having chances of optimizing with this. Okay, so yesterday, was it the dominant ad? It was the dominant ad, not profitably. The others were. So what I'm thinking here is that I would like to give it time. It's getting sales. My dominant ad was profitable one day. So I will give it more time and see how it actually goes. Again, I can absorb it. Okay, so let's see this one, which is new. Okay, very interesting. So let's see what we have here. Yesterday we have this. Today we have this. So it's actually this ad actually is suffocating the whole campaign. Okay, so that's the point that we're taking our decision. If we check on the last 7 days, we can see that it has 13 checkouts, 11 purchases. Nothing we expect here to be fixed, and we have a problem with the AOV 59.30 something, while we're having 73, which means that this video is actually optimizing for lower AOV, because the number of the AOV that we're seeing here is completely different from the number of the AOV that we see on the average on the ad account. I'm not saying that this number from the other one is normal, but I'm saying that for sure it's optimizing for low AOV. This one is also having 6 sales comparing to 11. This is the decision that we are going to take here, okay? This is an ad which is taking budget. We have given it chances. It's becoming leading ad, but it's not giving us the results that we want. And we're going to take our chances with this one that's optimizing with better AOV comparing to this one that's optimizing with an AOV which is lower than the average results of the ad account, and we will see how it goes. And now let's go to this campaign over here that we would like to see. We have stock issues, which is unfortunate, which means that maybe we have to close these ads. Yeah. The problem is the stock issues over here. I don't think that I want to optimize this campaign necessarily because all of this is bad over here. It's coming from stock issues. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower the budget because I know that the owner wants this ad to run. So I'm just running it with 100, which is not influencing a lot of my results. And I will leave it as it is, just because I lowered a lot the budget. I want to see the new balances and I want to see it having more sales and see how it goes. But for sure, we have a problem with stock, so this campaign is not going to do well. This campaign is not optimized based on what makes sense, but it's optimized based on what the owner wants, which he wants to run these partnership ads. So we're going to run them, but for sure with lower budget, so that we're not going to influence the campaign, because 500 with this, it's too much for a campaign that's not working or is not going to work. We have also cost cups here, but we will see them on another video. Look at this. I just closed this one, for example. Based on what we discussed earlier, should I have closed it? The answer is no, because on the average results, we're doing pretty well over here, okay? But if you see yesterday, it has spent only $1, okay? It has spent only $1. So before that, we can check that it was spending 4. Before that, it was spending 5. Before that, it was spending 16 or 4. So it doesn't matter. It just doesn't spend, okay? Why did I close it now? Because it's a golden opportunity. Just spent $1. Would it be a change if I close it on 4? No, it wouldn't be any change. It wouldn't make any difference. Do I like seeing it like this and this one like this? And I want to see this close for my UCD? 100%. Okay. I mean, if they don't spend a lot, you can close them, okay? But I'm trying to teach you also from the perspective of keeping average results. Here also the spend is very small. It's 100, all of the ads are working. Nothing is going to happen over here, okay? But in general, watching the average results and having a mentality that I'm not going to close something that has good average results, even if I'm seeing bad results in an individual ad set, it's a correct mindset, and this is what I'm trying to give to you. So I know that we cover this on the daily loop theory, but it actually happened today, so I want to include it also here. I don't know if you're going to watch all the videos on the course and stuff and how, focused you're going to be on it. But so I'm going to say it also here, but I'm going to make also a different video that it's going to be added on the daily loop theory. So in this account, for example, we do have the daily loop theory happening basically, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the videos about the daily loop theory. But basically we can see that when we started, we were having normal sales like 19 sales, or having this amount of sales like 17 sales, and having here 18 sales. So every 7 days we were getting 18 sales, and then we start a new campaign and we start seeing that Facebook starts splitting this 17.1, 16.2, then it does 13.3, so total 16, then it does this 17 again, and then it does this 15, 18 again, but with the 11 7, 10, 8, and then we will start to see the final balance, which is 21 sales, 10, 8, for example, here. 18 sales again, but split it, you see, 8, 7, 3. It's actually crazy if you think of it. Basically, we were spending double the amount of money, getting the same amount of sales, but scattered across. Why? Because we were using the same creatives, okay? I didn't have new creatives, so I launched a new campaign to scale with the same creatives. Now, let's go in another situation with another account that actually was able to break the daily loop, okay? And if we come here from 1 to 7, we're going to see that we have one campaign that has 6 sales. Look at the ROAS, it's very important, okay? It still has 1.2, okay? So it's not the best creatives, but they're doing well, okay? I'm trying to reach the campaign to 2 ROAS. I'm having between 10, 8, 10, 11 sales over here. 2 ROAS here. I managed to bring it with optimization inside the campaign actually by keeping 2 of those and stuff. And then I'm starting a new campaign, but I'm not seeing cannibalization. Basically, the new campaign actually starts on the January 17, okay? So January 17, I'm starting a new campaign, okay, which immediately is having good results. So here I'm spending double the amount of money, but I'm doing better. Why? Because my cost per purchase here is lower. And now you're going to see that we're not going to have cannibalization because this is what's going to happen. Let's start from here. Let's start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's start 13 to 20. Eventually we're having 10 sales here, which is what we were getting before, but we're also having 10 sales over here with 27 because the creatives are better. They did better. We have over here the CPM is on 8.9, so the CPM is the same, kind of the same, but we do get better results. Why? Because the creatives are better. It's that simple. And over here, because the creatives are different with different angle and better, we do have also double the amount of sales. We have increased our average results just because we put more better creatives and we didn't try to push the same creatives again and again and again. This is what most people are not getting. They just try to push the same creatives and they don't understand what big impact the creatives can have, because here we don't have the daily loop, okay, because we are having double the amount of sales with double the spend, which means that this account is scaling in a healthy way, okay? And we are scaling because we have good creatives which are different and not exactly the same. Yes, what was going to happen if we were going to use the same creatives over here? We were going to have 5 and 5 sales eventually because we were just going to cannibalize the same hot pocket and the same audiences with the same creatives. That's all for today with the optimization. I'm going to create now the video for cost caps and bid caps that you're going to be able to see on the other chapter.